It was a rainy, stormy Thanksgiving Eve. The wind howled, and the street lights flickered from downpour outside. Inside Margaret's house, the living room was warm and cozy. The TV played softly in the background while she sat on the couch watching the evening news. It's a strange rainy Thanksgiving this year. 8 inches of rain so far, the most we've had in years. Everyone, please stay safe and sound this Thanksgiving night. Margaret looked at the clock on the wall. It was almost 6. Edward should be back any time. He'd taken the car that morning, and she'd been waiting all day for him to walk through the door. The smell of Thanksgiving roasted turkey filled the air. She got up, straightened her apron, and checked on the table. That's when she realized she was missing something. She opened the pantry twice, thinking she'd overlooked it. But there was no cranberry sauce. Oh, for heaven's sake. The rain outside was too heavy to walk to the grocery store. And besides, her husband had the car. She thought for a moment and then remembered her neighbors, the Keens. Mrs. Keen always had extra and she was the sweetest woman. So Margaret covered a small plate of roast turkey, took her umbrella and stepped out into the storm. The wind was cold, pushing against her coat, and the rain beat down hard. Halfway down the street, she thought she heard footsteps behind her. She stopped and turned around. No one. Must be the storm. It's quite chilly out. Margaret shook it off and kept walking. When she reached the Keen's porch, she knocked. A few seconds, Mrs. Keen opened the door. Margaret, happy Thanksgiving, dear. Come in. You'll catch your death out there. Happy Thanksgiving, Mrs. Keen, Margaret said, handing her the covered plate. I brought you some turkey. I just ran out of cranberry sauce and thought maybe... Of course, you're always welcome. Come inside. Margaret stepped in, shaking off her umbrella. Mrs. Keen's daughter, Molly, coming down. The girl froze when she saw her and was about to return upstairs when Mrs. Keen called her down. Molly's been home since summer. Doesn't want to go back to the city. Margaret looked at the girl. You should, dear. You'll see there's not much to stay for here anymore. Molly forced a small smile. Margaret could never really understand what happened to the girl. She was so cheerful and happy as a kid, but ever since she turned 16, she's so quiet and apart. I should get back before my husband does. When Margaret got back, the rain had slowed to a drizzle. As she walked up the driveway, she noticed her husband's car parked up front. He's home. She hurried to the door, shaking off her umbrella. But when she stepped into the kitchen, her smile faded. Her husband was lying on the kitchen floor. Edward! 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 The next thing she remembered was 2 officers at her door, Officer Wilson and Officer Kane. She was expecting. Margaret Wilson? We're very sorry, ma'am. The paramedics are on their way, but the storm's caused some delays. Margaret was shaking, her eyes red. Can you tell us what happened? I don't know. He hadn't come home. I was making dinner and I went to my neighbor's house. I was gone maybe 20 minutes. When I came back, I saw his car. I came inside to greet him, but he was just like this. All right, Mrs. Wilson. We need to take a closer look around. Just routine. Nothing to worry about. The officers moved through the living room, lifting the chairs, peering under the table. No signs of forced entry. Locks all intact. Windows secure. Nothing missing. Whoever did this came prepared. Prepared? With someone he knew. Familiar with the house. Could be someone he trusted. I don't understand. We'll figure it out, ma'am. For now, stay here. Try to be safe. Outside, the storm picked up, wind rattling the windows and rain splattering against the porch. They should be here any minute. The paramedics. With this weather, they'll be delayed even more. We can't just leave the body here. What will you do? We have to prep him, cover him until help arrives. It's not ideal, but there's no choice. While they waited for the paramedics, Margaret stared at the Thanksgiving meal she'd prepare. Her hands trembled. I thought we'd have this dinner together. I loved him so much. We loved Thanksgiving. Every year, it was our night, and now it'll never be the same. I'm sorry, ma'am. That's awful. I know it's awful. I just keep thinking about all the years we shared. The dinners, the little things we laughed about. Officer Kane suddenly sat down and pressed a hand to her stomach. Kane, you okay? She nodded weakly. It's just, I haven't eaten since noon. And the baby's kicking. Oh dear, how far along are you? 5 months. Storm duty's been rough. Officer Wilson checked his watch. Paramedics should have been here hours ago. Something must have gone wrong on the roads. You shouldn't stay hungry in your condition. Please, eat something. Just a little. Maybe just a bite. All right, for her sake. It's late. You should really eat too. It's Thanksgiving. Don't let the night go to waste. They sat down, quietly serving themselves slices of the roasted turkey. Between bites, one of them said, "Whoever did this used something blunt, heavy. Maybe it's still here, right under our noses." Earlier that night, things had already begun to fall apart. Margaret and her husband Edward hadn't been close for nearly 2 years. He'd grown distant, colder with every passing month. Like a stranger in his own home, no matter how hard she tried, it was never enough. She wasn't pretty enough anymore. One evening, she waited by the window, fixing her hair the way she used to. When Edward walked in, she smiled. "You notice anything different?" He glanced at her. "You do something to your hair?" "I thought maybe you'd like it, like before." "Before what? Before you stopped trying?" "I do try, Edward." "Well, effort's not the same as results." She wasn't slim enough either. A week later, she tried on a blue dress from their first anniversary. It was snug, but she wanted to surprise him. "Remember this?" "I remember when it used to fit." "It still fits, mostly." "Margaret, you've got to stop pretending. We're not kids anymore. Maybe skip the pies this year, huh?" "That's not fair. You've changed too, you know." "Yeah, but I'm not the one letting myself go." And apparently, she wasn't interesting enough either. At dinner one night, she tried to tell him about a funny mix-up at the grocery store. Something about the clerk mistaking her for another customer. She laughed softly, hoping he'd join in. Edward set her glass down with a thud. "That's your big story?" "I just thought." "You thought wrong. Do you ever listen to yourself? You talk just to hear the sound of your own voice." "I'm trying, Edward. I'm trying to keep things normal." "Normal? There's no normal left, Margaret. Not for us." By Thanksgiving, Margaret had decided to stop trying to be what she wasn't. She might not be young or beautiful or charming anymore, but she could still cook. If there was one thing she could do right, it was make the perfect Thanksgiving dinner. Maybe she thought they'd sit together and remember what it felt like to be grateful for each other. But when Edward came home that night, his face was like stone. "I made your favorite. Turkey, mashed potatoes." "Don't bother. We need to talk." "About what?" "I'm done, Margaret. I want a divorce." "Edward, let's eat first. Please, we can talk after dinner." She turned toward the counter, reaching for the frozen turkey. "What part of I don't love you don't you understand?" "Why, Edward? Why don't you love me anymore?" "Because there's someone else." The room fell silent. And then something inside her snapped. She lifted the frozen turkey and swung. When it hit him, Edward fell instantly. It wasn't until the silence stretched that she realized he wasn't breathing. Her mind raced. She couldn't undo it, but maybe she could make it look like something else. She placed the turkey in the oven, washed her hands, and walked to the door. Time to borrow some cranberry sauce. By the time the officers finished their plates, the rain had quieted to a steady drizzle outside. One of them pushed his chair back and wiped his mouth with a napkin. That was one fine turkey, miss. It's Thanksgiving, after all. Just then, the paramedic team arrived, boots squeaking on the wet floor as they carried the stretcher inside. Margaret stood in the corner, watching as they lifted Edward's body. His arm slid limply to the side before one of them adjusted it. We'll find out who did this. You just get some rest tonight. Thank you, officer. They carried Edward out through the front door and into the cold rain. Across the street, she could see the Keens' dining table. The family sat together. Mrs. Keen passed around the platter. This turkey is divine. Margaret outdid herself this year. She really did. Moist, tender, perfectly done. But Molly didn't say a word. She pushed the food around her plate, barely touching it. Something wrong, sweetheart? Just tired. Did he tell her?
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.